That's the El Presidente drill. That's been around since the 1970s, over 40 years now. It was actually developed by a guy named Colonel Jeff Cooper. And the story is that one of his readers sent him in an engagement that went something like that. Cooper wrote it up as a drill, called it the El Presidente, and people have been running it ever since. Now, what's great about that drill is it's about weapons handling, weapons manipulation, and frankly driving your sights quickly from one threat to another. But it doesn't in any way mirror or simulate what an actual encounter will look like. And so what we thought we'd do today is compare El Presidente as it was originally written and then run our version of El Presidente on our Jedburgh steel. So what we thought we'd do with our steel, because you're running an engagement against 3 threats and you're doing it twice. So that's 6 total engagements. What we're going to have the computer do is bring up a single threat at a time in a random order. And likewise, we're not going to let you get away with only putting 2 rounds into a threat before you move on. So we're going to put a very shallow range, minimum 1 hit, max of 3, maybe 4 on a few of the targets. And what we're going to force the shooters to do is turn around, find their first threat, fight it till it falls, and then repeat that sequence for a total of 6 threats. So it's very similar to the El Presidente, but now we're randomizing the threat order. We're also randomizing the round count that you're going to need. So we're going to start off with the same 6-round magazine, and then after that we'll have a full mag, because we don't know exactly where we'll end up in terms of round count. Now, because we're us and because I've spent some time in the Middle East, maybe we don't call it El Presidente anymore. Maybe we call it the like the Iron Sheik. Okay, so if you're an old school wrestling fan, this is the Jedburgh Iron Sheik drill.
All right, that was cool. All right, so unpredictable. 2, 3, however many shots, random. I like that one a lot better than the El Presidente. You know, I really wasn't able to plan out, you know, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, reload. I kind of just had to take it as the targets popped up. 3 shots, 1 shot, on to the next one. That was cool.
You never know where they're going to pop up from. You don't have that standard ability to focus in your mind where the targets are before you even turn around. You have to scan, find your threat, engage that threat till it falls. Extremely more challenging and more practical from both the standard competition style shooting and law enforcement military aspects.
So as far as this target system goes, as far as my experience with paper is I couldn't stage this how I wanted to. I had to shoot the one and then go to the next one and then just wait for it to come up in order, and I had to shoot it until the threat was all the way up.
Well, we had a great day at the range. Finally got the steel packed up. As you can see, I'm sitting on my tailgate. And this is first date stuff here in St. Augustine. It doesn't get better than sitting on a tailgate on a range on a Friday night. And I don't do it enough, but I want to thank Chuck, Charles, and Jen from the Ancient City Shooting Range for giving me a hand today. I also want to thank BJ from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. He came out, ran some drills. He also ran some video, so I appreciate that. What we were trying to do is illustrate how you can take an old school paper drill that we've been running for over 40 years, El Presidente, and update it against some targets that are unpredictable. The threat order is going to be random, and likewise the hit count for each target is going to be random. And just to illustrate how different the training experience is going to be when you shoot against our targets. And as always, you can find us on YouTube and on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. I appreciate all the likes. I want to thank Jacob Taylor up in Indiana. He was my 500th like on Facebook. And I'm no math major or nothing, but I think that means like 90% of everybody in the whole world now likes me on Facebook. So I don't know what I get for that, but I feel like I won. So I want to appreciate Jacob for doing that for me. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys again soon.
Threat.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Gotta click when I wanted to bet. I'm a compulsive checker.
You're too much going on. You're thinking too much.
I am. And that's never the case with me.
You ready? Filming? Threat. Hold on.
You got a lot of threats behind you.
The target order is unknown, round count unknown, and unlike the traditional Presidente win, so the threat order is unknown to you. The threat, you heard them. right, so that's El Presidente Jedburgh style, the Iron Sheik. We're trademarking that. You can't use it unless
So, it's a lot different than paper.